Hey guys! Today we're going to look at an activity that goes along with Stone City, Iowa, painted in 1930 by Grant Wood. All right, let's go ahead and get into this. We are going to put a dot in each of our four corners, and then we will connect the dots for a nice border. There we go. And then you can put your name on it now or later. Just want to remember to do that. Okay. Now we're going to start up kind of towards the top. And we're going to do a series of kind of curved lines to sort of overlap. Okay. So we're going to repeat that curved line over and over. Kind of some hills in the background. Okay, and then we're going to move down our page and we're going to do some bigger curved hills, like 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then right here along the bottom, we're going to do kind of a long, wavy sort of line. All right. Now, in each section, we're going to put some different things, okay? In the top section, we're going to put some clouds, and we're going to repeat those clouds in a kind of pattern. So, there's a cloud. Then we'll leave some space. Then we'll put another cloud. And we'll leave some space. And then we'll put another cloud. And a cloud is just a series of kind of curved lines connected to each other. They go around. If you're having trouble with that, try this first. Do 1. If you can do one of those, connect another one to it and another one to it. And then do the same thing on the underside. But go in the ups, kind of do it upside down, right? And then just do 2 more on the side here and 2 more on the side there, and you'll have some clouds. So now we have a little bit of space, cloud, space, and you've got this pattern that's forming in the sky, which is really nice. Okay, on this next row here, we've got these hills, and on our hills, we want to put some trees. So let's do a pattern of trees. And we'll just draw a straight line for kind of the trunk of the tree, and then we'll do a little bit of leaves up at the top. Maybe we'll put one tree here, and maybe we'll drop another tree a little bit lower as we move along. Maybe we'll do one tree a little bit higher, and then we'll do one tree a little bit lower. Okay, so as you move, not only are you doing a tree with a space and another tree, you're actually changing how high the tree or how low the tree is as you go. So you're creating another kind of zigzag pattern that connects these, which is really kind of cool. It also adds a really nice feeling to your artwork. And anytime I feel like I'm going to go over a line, I will adjust so that it looks a little bit better. I had a little bit of a fight here between my tree and my hill line. We try not to have our lines get confusing with each other. They kind of are fighting with each other, and it makes it confusing. So we're trying not to do that. I have a couple times where I did it, but that's okay. We're learning, so just something to remember. You look at the parts that you really like, and usually when you're creating art, there's always something that you feel like you could do better, and that's cool. Okay, so now what we're gonna do in here is just like Grant Wood's painting. We're gonna do some buildings and then we're gonna do some crops, okay? So why don't we alternate? Let's do buildings on this hill, crops on this hill, and buildings on this hill, okay? So my building, I'm just gonna do a square, and then I'm gonna put a triangle on top of it, okay? And I can come back and I can put some little details like little doors, windows, that kind of thing on there. But we're gonna do kind of a similar pattern. We'll draw some a little bit higher, some a little bit lower with our square and our triangle. Okay, so this hill is gonna be full of buildings. Okay, and feel free to make your buildings look different or special, add more windows or make them a little bit different shape than what I did. I'm kind of trying to make mine a little bit simple. You can get a little more complex if you want to put a chimney on yours or whatever you want to do. Feel free to do that. All right, so I've got my houses or my buildings here. Now with my crops, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw kind of like what would be the top of a tree, okay? And then I'm going to draw another top of a tree and another top of a tree, and I'm going to try and put them on a curve, kind of like the curve of the hill. And I will just continue this all the way down, okay? And then I'll move over, and I'll do another kind of curved line. It comes down, okay? And these are crops. Do you know that you can make a pattern with crops? Yep, when farmers go out, they repeat the same process. They go out in their field and they plant, and then they move a little bit further and they plant some more, and they move a little bit further and they plant some more. So when the crop grows up, it's actually in a pattern. All right, and then we're gonna do some more buildings over on this side. So we'll do our square and our triangle, do a rectangle for our door, and do a couple of squares for windows. Do the same thing right here. And that finishes out that part, which is really good. Okay, great job. Now in this front part, what we're gonna do is something really, really neat, okay? Right in the middle, we're gonna do 3 dots. 1, 2, and 3, okay? And then we're gonna move over here and we're gonna do 1, 2, and 3, okay? So notice how they kind of go on a diagonal here. And then we're gonna move over again, about the same distance, and we're gonna go 1, 2, and 3. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna move over a little bit here, and we're gonna do it on a diagonal again. We're gonna move over a little bit and put our dots on a diagonal again. We're gonna move over a little bit and put our dots on a diagonal again. And we'll do it one more time. Okay? And we're gonna do the same thing over here. We're gonna go right there, right next to our first row of dots, and then we're gonna put them out at a diagonal. We're gonna do it again, spread them out, do our diagonal again. All right, so each of our dots, we're gonna just keep that pattern going, okay? Each of our dots is gonna get a really interesting thing. It's gonna get a short little line up, and then a curved line to the left and a curved line to the right, okay? Short little part in the middle, a curved line to the left and a curved line to the right. And as you keep doing that, what that's gonna look like is another crop that's sprouting up. And if you notice in Grant Wood's piece, he's got some crops growing in the foreground, some little grass crops growing in the foreground, and that's what we're doing, okay? So as you're working, I want to tell you briefly that the sky with the clouds would be considered the background, and that's what's furthest away from us, okay? These trees and these hills would probably also be considered the background. That's what's really far away. Then what we call right here with the houses or the buildings and these crops coming over these hills in the middle would be called the middle ground. And then what we have here with these little crops that are sprouting up would be called the foreground, okay? So we've got background, middle ground, and foreground. And we talk about that a lot when we look at landscape paintings And Grant Wood's painting is a landscape. It's actually very cool. Stone City, Iowa was known for its limestone. In fact, that's why it was built, was because they had limestone. And if you notice in Grant Wood's painting, you can see a limestone quarry that is actually cut through the mountain right where the river winds through the town. So when you get done with your drawing, feel free to color and try to make your colors realistic. All right. Hope you enjoyed this activity, and I look forward to seeing your artwork. Have a great day.